Habitat. Houseflies prefer decaying organic materials such as garbage, animal feces, or a mixture of soil and garbage in which to lay eggs. Good sanitation and refuse management is the most basic and critical step to managing these pests, as this will decrease food and breeding sites. The facility areas where wastes are accumulated, dumpsters, etc., must be cleaned regularly. Trash receptacles need regular washing, as flies may find ample breeding media stuck to the sides and bottom of empty containers. Another good reason sanitation helps manage flies is that fourth stage larvae typically leave their breeding area and move away to some distance before they pupate. This behavior removes them from the obvious breeding zones into less obvious hiding places for safe pupation. Therefore, frequent and thorough cleaning is an extremely important fly management tool. Control. Vermin-proof facility. Tightly screened windows, roof vents, and other openings with 18 mesh screens. Doors should be self-closing. The back doors or delivery entrances, if present, must have a screened door. Drain cleaning. It is important to realize that food establishments can become breeding grounds for the house flies, especially in colder months. Drains should be free of any buildup that can attract or provide breeding grounds. We must recognize the importance of humidity and warm temperatures for flies' growth. Ensuring that there are no damp areas in a food facility and improving drainage will often aid fly management. The floor drains, for example, especially clogged, can provide an excellent damp environment for the flies to breed in. The fly breeding areas can be eliminated by keeping all drains clear and through regular sanitation. Fly traps. Traps can be an additional management tool to prevent solitary flies from wandering in and contaminating food areas. Electric fly traps. There are two kinds, of electric fly traps. Both kinds of traps use ultraviolet light to attract flies. However, one electrocutes the fly through the use of electric grid fly zapper, whereas the other merely stuns and traps the fly in a glue trap affixed to the bottom of the trap, or a fly catcher. Okay? The use of fly zappers in a food establishment is a very high-risk activity and prohibited because when the flies are electrocuted, the fly parts become airborne and fall on exposed food or food areas. Okay, so when you blow up the fly, the body parts go over the place and can get on food and contaminate the place on tabletops and all that kind of stuff. The use of fly catcher, on the other hand, is relatively safe as the flies are merely stunned and trapped on glue that can be replaced from time to time. Okay, so no body parts flying over the place and contaminating the establishment. Trap placement. Proper trap placement is extremely important. Whenever using traps outdoors, they should be placed strategically to attract flies away from the facility. When installed inside, install them so that they cannot be seen from the outside. If the flies can see these traps from the outside, they'll be automatically attracted to the food facility. Okay? Poisonous baits. The use of poisonous fly baits can be extremely dangerous in our food establishment. This product can only be used by a licensed pest control officer. Although these are able to rapidly kill a large number of flies, their effectiveness may be short-lived. Work closely with your PCO, pest control officer, as these applications inside the facility require special care. Remove or cover all food and ingredients. Cover food contact surfaces before application. Food contact surfaces may have to be cleaned prior to facility startup. Air curtains. Air curtains, depending on the season, are simply a blast of steady, cold or hot air that flows from a device installed above doorways. Originally designed to cut down on energy costs, these can prove to be effective against flying insects of all sorts, as the flying insects cannot pass through the air barrier. When placed and used correctly, in addition to flying insects, these can also be effective in keeping out dust and hot or cold air from outside. Okay. Next. Okay. Fruit fly. Fruit flies are very small flies that measure about 1/8 inch in length. The red eyes of the fruit fly are key identifying characteristics. The head and thorax are tan in color with the abdomen somewhat darker. The fruit fly bleeds in as well as feeds on overripe fruits and vegetables, as well as moist, decaying organic matter. They like rotten food. As the name implies, fruit flies generally tend to be a nuisance when fruits and vegetables are improperly stored or allowed to decay. Garbage that contains fruit peels will also be a frequent target of these flies. When searching for fruit fly bleeding sources, look for the decaying moist organic matter. Some of the obvious places to check are fruits or vegetables that are decaying or are stored outside of refrigerators. Other areas to inspect include garbage cans, underneath and behind low-lying kitchen equipment. In food service establishments, even small amounts of organic matter can often be found where the equipment legs, tables, or cabinets touch the floor. These tiny spaces can harbor thousands of fly larvae. All small cracks and crevices at floor level need to be inspected and thoroughly cleaned. Once one of the breeding sources has been located, continue to look for more. Fruit flies easily follow air currents and usually have several breeding places in any structure. Keep an eye on the outside environment, as fruit flies will also come in from nearby dumpsters, outdoor garbage cans, or even damp compost piles where fruits and vegetables are disposed. Okay. Fruit fly larvae living in fruit which is eaten can cause intestinal discomfort and diarrhea. All right. Control. Good housekeeping and good sanitation program will be highly effective in the long-term elimination of this annoying pest. By removing the breeding areas, taking care of the trash, and ensure proper storage of fruits and vegetables, this problem can be easily eliminated. All right. Next page. Cockroaches. Cockroach. The presence of roaches in food establishments is a serious public health problem. Roaches carry disease-causing bacteria on their bodies and deposit them on the food through their excreta and body contact. They have been linked to allergies in humans, and many people with asthma are allergic to roach dust, roach body parts, and roach droppings. Roach dust is a very strong asthma trigger. There are two main types of cockroaches in New York City: German cockroach and American cockroach. The German cockroach. Adult German cockroaches are light brown except for the shield behind the head marked with two dark stripes, which run lengthwise on the body. Young roaches are wingless and nearly black with a single light stripe running down the middle of the back. And adults are about 5/8 inch long. Egg capsules are light tan and usually yield about 36 baby cockroaches. German cockroaches are the most common roaches found in houses and restaurants. Most cockroaches have flattened, oval-shaped, spiny legs and long filamentous antennae. Immature roaches are smaller, have undeveloped wings, and resemble the adults. They eat food of all kinds and may hitchhike into the food service establishment on egg cartons, soft drink cartons, sacks of potatoes or onions, used furniture or appliances, beer cases, etc. Okay. Once they find their way into the food establishments, German roaches generally develop their population in kitchens and bathrooms. During the day, these roaches may be found hiding behind baseboard moldings in cracks around cabinets, drawers, or pantries, and in and under stoves, microwave ovens, refrigerators, dishwashers, and other restaurant equipment. The presence of German roaches during the daytime is usually an indication of a severe roach infestation. Most roaches like to live very near, within 5 feet or less, the food and water source. German cockroach females, unlike American roaches, carry the egg capsule protruding from their abdomen until the eggs are about to hatch. During the last 3 or 4 days prior to dropping her egg, the female German cockroach does not seek any food or water. The case is then placed in a secluded location with the nymphs emerges sometimes within the hour as long as a week. A female may produce 4 to 6 cases during her lifetime, each containing 30 to 50 eggs. Eggs hatch in 28 to 30 days, and nymphs develop in 40 to 125 days. Female roaches live about 200 days, with males, okay, not quite as long. The German roach produces more eggs and has more generations per year, 3 to 4, than other roaches. American cockroach. Adult American cockroaches are 1.5 inches long, 30 millimeters, making them the largest of the house-infecting cockroaches, with reddish-brown, fully developed wings. American cockroaches have a yellowish margin on the thorax or body region behind the head. When disturbed, they may run rapidly, and adults may fly. Immature cockroaches resemble adults, except that they are wingless. American roach habitat. American cockroaches generally live in moist areas. They prefer warm temperatures around 85 degrees Fahrenheit and do not tolerate cold temperatures. Good, so keep it cold. In food establishments, these cockroaches live in basements, around pipes and sewers, and may move outdoors into yards during warm weather. All right, so keep it cold and sanitized and pesticides. These cockroaches are common in basements, crawl spaces, cracks, and crevices of porches, foundations, and walkways adjacent to buildings. Okay? Because of their fondness for sewers, large populations of American cockroaches will be seen in many cities after heavy rains or flooding. Due to the large size and slow development of American cockroaches, large infestations of these insects are not common within food establishments. However, during certain times of the year, these cockroaches may move inside food establishments from outside sources. For example, in winter, these cockroaches may move indoors, seeking warmer temperatures and food. Cockroaches may enter food establishments through sewer connections, under doors, around utility pipes, air ducts, or other openings in the foundation. You put that peppermint oil down, they won't. All right.